In smaller booster sets like the Infinity Chasers, we like to set various deck building challenges out to the players. There's always one theme in each of those sets that asks something a little different than you would normally expect a duelist to do when they're building their deck. In the Infinity Chasers, that deck is the Evil Eyes, and their specific condition is that their cards either require the Evil Eye of Selene to work, or get a vast upgrade if you have it on the field. What kind of effects and upgrades are we talking about here? Well, take Evil Eye Confrontation, for example. It starts off as like an average Mystical Space Typhoon type card. With the Evil Eye of Selene, it upgrades to Cosmic Cyclone. Or you can have Evil Eye Awakening. Normally, it just summons from your graveyard or from your hand if you need to. If you have the Evil Eye of Selene, it can summon from your deck as well. Serziel, Watcher of the Evil Eye, doesn't do anything after he's on the field. But if you have the Evil Eye of Selene equipped to him, as a quick effect, he can destroy a special summon monster your opponent controls once during each turn. So, you want to get to the Evil Eye of Selene as fast as you possibly can, and keep it on the field, which is normally a challenge for equipped spells, but Evil Eye of Selene actually helps you out quite a bit on that regard. So what does the Evil Eye do? Well, it does a whole lot of stuff. Makes the monster that it's equipped to invulnerable to battle, makes your opponent capable of targeting or destroying it with card effects. It drains some of your life points to increase the attack of your equipped monster every time you use its ability, or use the effect of another Evil Eye card, and it can even come back from the graveyard if you need it to. It's basically everything you could want in an equipped spell, all in one place. And you can search it out of your deck by doing something as simple as normal summoning Serziel, Watcher of the Evil Eye. Serziel is the main monster of the Evil Eye theme. When you normal summon him, you can add any Evil Eye card from your deck to your hand, and most of the time that's going to be the Evil Eye of Selene. Now once you equip him, he gains all of the powers granted by Evil Eye of Selene plus his own, which lets you destroy a special summon monster during either player's turn, but as a caveat, you must destroy one of your own cards during the next standby phase after you activate that effect. Now the cool thing about this is that you only have to activate the self-destructive effect once per turn, no matter how many times you've used the other ability. I might ask, the other ability, that's also once per turn. What are you talking about? Well, there's a trick you can do with this, where you can destroy one monster during your turn or your opponent's turn, and then during the draw phase, before the time that you would have to trigger the effect to destroy your own card, you can activate it again since it's now reset. And as a result of that, you destroy 2 cards, with only having to destroy one of your own, and you've gotten an extra 1,000 attack points out of the Evil Eye of Selene, putting Serziel at a cool 2,600. Now that's a key number when you think about Zerachiel, ruler of the Evil Eye, the Link monster for this theme. Serziel needs 3 monsters, that's a Link 3, and they all have to be Evil Eye monsters, 2+ Evil Eye monsters as it were, but right now this is the only Link monster. You want that 2,600 attack. That's important because if you use a monster with 2,600 or more attack points as one of the materials for Zerachiel, it gets to attack twice per turn instead of once. In addition, it has an upgraded version of Serziel's ability where it can destroy any card on the field instead of just special summoned monsters as well. And then the drawback effect is simply negating the effects of any one effect monster that the card points to. Now, in that case, it could point to your opponent's monster, so you could turn the drawback into just a strict benefit as well. One of the great things about the Evil Eye theme is that you don't have to go completely overboard with filling your deck with 3 of every single card for it. You can actually play it as a very small package in other decks. All you really need is Serziel and Evil Eye of Selene, some number of each, since Serziel can search out for the Evil Eye. You might also want to go with the Evil Eye Domain, because that is a field spell that lets you grab an Evil Eye monster when you activate it. If you want to dedicate even more space in your deck to Evil Eye cards, I'd probably recommend some number of Evil Eye Awakening, Evil Eye Mesmerism, and maybe Evil Eye Defeat as well. Defeat is an interesting variant on Compulsory Evacuation Device. If you just have an Evil Eye monster, it's Compulsory Evacuation Device for your opponent's monster. If you have the Evil Eye of Selene as well, you can take 2 monsters instead. Evil Eye Mesmerism can take control of a monster your opponent special summons that's smaller than your Evil Eye monster, fewer attack points that is, and it even turns it into an Evil Eye monster if you control the Evil Eye of Selene. And Evil Eye of Awakening gets a monster on your field by special summoning it from your hand or graveyard, and if you have Selene, from your deck as well. And there are other Evil Eye monsters as well, it's just Serziel's usually the most used one. The familiars, Basilius and Catoblepus, also have their own special summoning abilities that can be useful, and Medusa has her own ability that lets you retrieve an Evil Eye card from the graveyard when you normal summon her, and when equipped with Selene, she can banish monsters from the graveyard. One thing you should think about when you're building your Evil Eye deck is, what kind of cards do I want to destroy with Serziel? Because you have to pay for all that power sometime, so why not add some cards that get you something when they are destroyed? Among the Evil Eye cards themselves, the Evil Eye Domain gets you back a monster when it's destroyed while in the field zone. Evil Eye Repose can return some of your banished cards to the graveyard as well when it's destroyed. But outside of the theme, you're looking at things like the artifacts. Artifact Scythe, for instance, is a very good one to destroy during your opponent's standby phase, as it will trigger its effect to special summon itself, and it was special summoned during your opponent's turn, so they'll be stuck without any more extra deck monsters for the turn. Even though your deck is only putting one smaller monster on the field, that monster is going to get very big over time, and you can use things like the artifacts to get more special summons in your favor and prevent your opponent from rebuilding their board after you've broken it apart. The Evil Eye deck works very differently than really any deck that we've done in quite a long time, and I have a lot of fun with it as well. It's pretty cool seeing all of your cards get upgraded just by having this super equip spell on the field that also makes your monster invincible and does everything you ask it to. It's kind of a schoolyard kind of deck, where your friend says, "Oh, I can do this," and then you say, "Well, I can do this plus one, plus these other things, and all that other stuff as well." It's really kind of a fun throwback to that kind of playground antics. If that sort of thing sounds interesting to you, then check out the Evil Eye monsters in the Infinity Chasers, available now.